Yeah, there we go, it's up here. Sorry about that, guys.
Gosh damn. No one cares about little old NeoTokyo. So both teams hanging out in their spawns. Is he stream back up yet then?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Soft as Hell now has the higher ground. He's facing the exit to the underpass where Afro will be coming up. Falls back just as Afro climbs the stairs. Conflict now happening. Afro and Soft. Soft chasing down Afro. Afro gets the win this time in the 1-to-1 gunfight. That pushes Jinrai to 3-1 late on in the game. Really pressuring NSF now. Round 8 now beginning. 3-1. Two teams. Assault, assault, assault. And assault, assault, recon still. Crystalline not veering from his current position as a recon. It's worked out well for him so far. He's netted himself 1 or 2 kills and at least a few assists. He pushes straight into the corridor. The ghost now in Maruma's hand. He'll be calling out positions. He has beeps. Grenades. Hits Totha. It's just Soft and Jin left. No matter where the Jinrai won't run though, the Ghost will be able to pick them up on this small map. Ghost distance fades out at about 40 meters, that's when you can't gather contacts. In this map, which is pretty small, you can see everyone. Soft as Hell pushing out slowly from the underpass, hiding behind the dumpster, checking behind him towards his teammate Jin. Soft now winning a gunfight against Afro. Even just Spader and Crystalline. Spader in relative cover in the middle of the map. Crystalline still staying in position on the west alley. Spader takes one hit, giving one back to Soft as Hell. He falls back now. Crystalline still not moving in position. His position will be revealed to Jin though. Soft as Hell moves up now. He'll be heading towards Crystalline. Jin staying in the safety of the underground. Soft as Hell taking heavy pre-fire shots and suppression shots to the billboard where Crystalline currently isn't, in fact. He's still hiding further back under purely non-existent cover. If Soft as Hell approaches him, this could work in his favour. Although Soft as Hell has fallen back to the cargo boxes on his southern side of the map. Passive play resumes as it's 2-on-2. NSF choosing not to capitalise on the loss of the Jinrai captain.
Did Soft as Hell already use his grenade?
I think so, yeah. Soft as Hell gains headshots on Spader. Spader falls back. This is now going to go into a tie on the 8th round. Afro probably commanding his team from beyond the grave. In Mumble, blinded, he'll tell his team to just sit tight, and that's the best he can do at that point as team captain. Round 9 beginning, 3-1 still. 4 rounds, including this one, to go. I don't think having the round set to 13 switches the map immediately. There's a warm down where it does the final score. I think it'd be best setting it back to 13, Agile, so it does do the final score counter.
Oh, well, those are different
oh, they're different
variables.
commands. Alright.
Yeah. One is the built-in, that switches the map, and the other is the tournament thing.
So Crystalline taken down, rushing into the west alley. A grenade nets him. NSF now fallen back into position. 3-2 on players. Spader and Afro staying put. Can almost feel Spader itching for another frag. So the game of numbers continues, and the passive players resumed once again. Lots of combat happening in the first few seconds of a map. Of a round, sorry.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words here.
There's nothing much to commentate on. Crystalline, unsurprisingly, the first to go down as a recon, definitely more vulnerable. Doesn't seem to be capitalizing on the advantages that the recon class has, though. The speed and the agility, jump height, and such. Playing quite almost like an assault with the low health. Afro now pushing up. Spade has switched positions to the other side of the map. They're heading towards the ghost, or at least Spader is. Afro's getting into quite close proximity with the opposite team now. Throws a grenade behind him, jumps into a room, behind the cover of one of the pillars, takes 96 damage just as he evacuates. This puts the team on even. That is just what they needed.
Very nice play.
Very well played by Afro. They're netting themselves another tie. It's better than a loss. With their advantage still, it's just working in their favour. NSF now in a stiff stranglehold by the Jinrai team. Still keeping with their 3 assaults set up. Will they make any changes to the way they play? Murumo runs in with a grenade to West Alley. A det's been placed down by Crystalline in the West Alley as well, in an open position. While he may not get any kills with that det, it certainly acts as a deterrent from the team entering the West Alley. Afro takes shot from Soft, who now has an MX. Afro keeping with his ZR silence despite having the points. Spader as well, keeping with the ZR silenced. I would certainly pick the MX in this map scenario over the ZR silenced.
Yeah, you need the penetration to hit people behind the cars.
Softest House still leaning out. Certainly a threat at this point. Crystalline waiting with his det in hand. Like I said, not sure he'll get any kills with it.
Jin looking to throw a grenade. There we go. Oh, it hits the roof.
Grenade landing just in front of Spader. The Spader not even flinching at the grenade going off in front of him. Taking shots now. Soft as Hell takes down Spader with the MX. More combat happening. Soft as Hell now on 2 HP. He might be best to fall back at this point. Afro now on less than half health. Crystalline pushes in fast. Will he get the flank? He sees one enemy. Takes down Marumo. Totha still pinned. No, Soft as Hell pinned in his own spawn. Totha now moves up. Falls back immediately after throwing a grenade. Crystalline falls back to his deck position. This puts the team on equal grounding for maybe another tie if the Jinrai play it this way. Soft as Hell on very low health. Right now he'll be wanting to push up to get the kills to net his team a point, but with that little health, it might not happen. Totha's still sticking in position that he's been commonly using in the southeast. Soft as Hell is now tentatively moving towards the middle area. And that's another tie.
Only 3 rounds left.
NSF moving in to the middle of the zone. Totha repeatedly using similar spots in each round, playing quite defensively. Jin also moving up into the west alley as he has been doing. NSF not really, despite losing at the moment, they're not really shaking up the way they're playing, still playing it safe and keeping similar areas. Soft as Hell in the middle. Both his teammates on either side of him. Afro also taking a position he normally takes. The round so far seeming almost formulaic. And NSF not really wanting to break that formula and trying something different. Shots getting fired by Soft as Hell and his MX towards Afro, I assume. Oh no, to Spader, who takes damage. Spader moves into Totha's old position from the last round in the southeast. Afro takes down Soft as Hell. And that's the MX threat down. Player advantage now on Jinrai's team again. Will they try to finish off the map? Nope, that's another teammate down. Marumo and Soft now down. And Totha just moves in like a lemming into the fire. 3 kills for Jinrai. Another round win.
I think that's a win for Jinrai, actually. We're out of rounds.
Jinrai wins 4-1.
There we go.
A tie heavy round, passive play. Bursts of action. Ultimately, the match goes to Jinrai and Afro's team. Definitely a good match. Now we might try, it's up to you, Azure, but we might try to keep the stream up and get both teams into this mumble. Do you think that'd be a cool thing?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do that. I'll send messages to each of the team captains. should we move out of the casters into just NeoTokyo so we can speak
Okay,
with the other
yeah.
players? Okay, so now we'll have Afro's team, I think, joining the Mumble. Marumo from NSF team joining the Mumble. I think Soft might be busy right now. And should we move just into a pub server so we can talk and play and stuff?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Afro telling me that he'll be in game in the Mumble shortly.
Ah.
Bleep, bleep.
Who have we got with us at the moment?
No.
Marumo?
Hey,
Jin?
what's up?
Yeah.
And Afro here.
Yeah.
Good game. Very different to what we've seen so far. I mean, we were expecting passive play from the get-go on the tournament, but that was quite something.
Yeah, I don't think we saw each other the first round.
No, you were completely still for the entire first round. All of you just got into position. NSF team and Jinrai team.
Yeah.
No movement, no footsteps, no voice chatter, no gunfire for a straight 3 minutes.
Well, we were talking a lot.
Yeah, but in game, for as far as us for the streamers, dead silence.
Yeah. I knew we had to get these guys to move. So that was the best tactic to do that.
Yeah.
No, but if I remember correctly, you moved the first time, and that gave you the 1 point. And from there on, we had to answer, which pretty much won you the game. The first round, I was caught, I think, when I switched positions with Soft. Did you react to Crystalline's recon presence? And yeah, I was caught by you, and that's when you won the game. It's like, yeah, that first round, after that we had to play far more aggressive, and you just won.
Yeah, once the advantage has been gotten by one team, the other team is forced to play less passively in order to maybe stage some kind of a comeback, but you were kind of... Jinrai's team set up positions anticipating that, it seemed.
Yeah. It was kind of a basic strategy, but I knew that you guys had been playing defensively the entire tournament so far. So I wanted to force you not to do that. And that seemed to turn out fine.
Yeah, actually Soft is a great fan of being aggressive. But we decided we had to... You also were quite passive, except in the first match, which you kind of sweeped because of skill advantage, like a lot. Well, we were expecting you to be that passive and that responsive to actions of others. Well, you're like the most tough team in the tournament.
To big up Afro for some of his clutch picks when he was 2v1 down, rushing forward and getting a frag.
Yeah.
That
I was
crucial.
deadly impressed when Afro did do that, and he moved into NSF spawn and jumped through into cover on 2 players firing on him. I think it was Soft and Totha. And he managed to take out Totha and jumped out with just 4 HP left.
That was the round I was hiding at loading bait, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There was another when I shot Totha around the corner, I think.
It was definitely kind of the play we'll expect to see more of, I reckon, in time.
I don't know. I don't think we'll play like that too often, to be honest. I think that map, because it's so small and there's not a lot of options for maneuver and aggressive play. Because like, if you 3 of you try and run aggressively, you're probably going to get fragged by 1 grenade. I mean, I got shot to death once and grenaded 3 times in the west corridor, I think.
Yeah, the west corridor was possibly one of the more busy places on the map. What happened a lot, being able to spectate both teams, was that both of your teams would move up, or at least 2 players from each team would move up onto West Alley, and then fall back, not seeing each other at all. Both of you spent a lot of time in West Alley without seeing each other. It was quite odd to see.
It's an important part of the map to control, but you don't really want to fight there.
I trusted Afro's plans, but to be honest, if I was called the shots, I would have pulled us out of going West Alley on a regular basis after like the first 4 rounds. Maybe when we'd gone ahead, I would have had one person covering West Alley. I would never have sent 2 people in West Alley again. Certainly not after the first time we got double naded. I just wouldn't have gone there.
That's
But it did work. It ended up working pretty fine. Because I think you guys were maybe a little bit timid when it came to West Alley as well, after some bad experiences.
Yeah, we actually we only had one guy covering West Alley. The only times where we just had more people there was the one where you were in a 2-0 lead, and we needed to make a play, and we just stormed through West Alley, and actually worked out since Stuff got that clutch kill on Afro.
Yeah, if I was annoyed there. I should have trusted Crystalline to kill the first guy instead of shooting him, and I should have thrown my grenade, and I would probably have still been naded myself, but I would have got the counter nade.
Yeah, you guys were really
scary stuff.
Really greedy at killing me. I jumped in like into gunfire. You and my team could sleep down, which was good.
The funny thing about the fight between me and Softicell when it was a 1-on-1 and I lost it, when I had the advantage, I had quite an adrenaline rush. I saw my crosshair shaking when I was trying to aim.
This is not a game, this is war.
So,
Close to.
One thing I definitely wanted to ask was, Crystal and you here,
I'm always
swearing by recon for the entire match, and doing pretty well, as I'd guess as well. You got a few kills and also a few assists. And I was quite surprised at how, with your 2 teammates playing so passively, how you managed to contain yourself as a recon.
Well, it's like Capital. I mean, it's like Spitter said. Without Afro's strategic skills, I don't think I would have had a clue what to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, you tried some recon, Marumo.
Yeah.
And I warned you, man, not to play recon against Afro.
But yeah, I know. I actually took that warning quite a lot. You might have noticed that I was just assault or support the first 3 rounds. But the game was more or less lost sadly already. And actually my recon plays, while I didn't get kills myself, they allowed my team to safely nade, like the double nade kills.
Yeah.
They were provoked by me going aggressive in and them being greedy and shooting me.
So you were acting as some kind of reconnaissance for your team?
Yeah, like a practice target for the
More
enemy
like
team.
Oh, bait, yeah. Same thing really, isn't it?
The reason why we had Crystal as a recon was to get him into West fast, and for the dead packs, because you want to control that and lock it down. And that's an easy way to do it.
Yeah, that's certainly something that I saw.
It was a bad call on doing it too obviously for too long. As Peter said, I should have stopped it after point, but
well, I don't know. I
ended
think
up working.
the main thing is we knew what we were doing and we had a plan. And it was solid.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just maybe a bit less patient than you.
We had practiced a few formation changes depending on what happened. We didn't get to play a lot of them because the games turned out the same, but we had we were ready for most situations depending on loadouts and paths.
I commented on how each round seemed to be playing very formulaic, very similarly each time. And it was never really broken by your team, Jin. Sort of same formula.
Yeah, well, we knew what they were gonna play, but we didn't have any counters for it. As in, the only counter we had were like we knew Afro was playing in the middle to have that vision advantage, and to control his team. So I told Soft a couple times to try and kill him, but I think he always escaped when he was close. Except at one time where we got revenge killed after that from Spade and Crystalline. And I think Totha and Soft tied it, and I got revenge killed because Soft had like 2 HP and could not cover me anymore, and I was between those guys, and I knew it was dead, so... Yeah, sadly didn't work out.
Still an interesting match, especially the formations each team was using. You covered the middle garage quite a lot, Afro, at range.
Yep.
And keeping back. Funny thing is, and both your teammates were flanking you on either side, really. Opposite you, soft as hell, their team captain was watching the middle from a similar position, not looking directly down, but at least covering it. And his two teammates flanking you, and you'd gradually move in towards each other in this formation and fall back simultaneously. It was almost symmetrical play. It was quite odd to see.
I think we made more use of the East Alley than they seemed to. I saw movement there a couple of times, but no one really tried to face. I mean, I tried to face. I don't think I actually killed anyone from East Alley, but I was trying to be a bit of a
You got
nuisance there.
totha once, but...
Yeah, Spader ran cover from East Alley to let me move up the middle. That was how we used it. I never saw you in there, I think. We had one of you guys in there once?
Yeah,
I
no,
saw
totha
some
was,
movement twice,
totha
yeah.
was there almost all the time, but he was
Not
very
quite
defensive.
deep. Ah, right, yeah.
Because Soft can't cover West very well because he gets massive FPS chokes whenever those all those cans fall down. He can like not play for 20 seconds. So I had to cover that. So it was clear Soft is the best shot, so he gets middle. Because he can't take West. Yeah.
I got really butt frustrated round where he peeked out the middle. We were both shooting at each other and he killed me. I did about 20 damage. That was the round he killed me, I think. He got a good kill on me.
Yeah.
Early on one of the first rounds, Spader threw a grenade. He threw a grenade into West Alley in the hope to get it curved around the corner. And Crystalline almost
killed
ran.
Crystal. Yeah. Oh,
And
man.
I could just almost hear you screaming in mumble, telling him to get back.
I wasn't. I just threw a really bad grenade. I
Did
just
you-
thought I could run around the corner and bounce it off that kind of wall. But
Yeah.
actually, that wall was a bit left of where I was thinking.
It was
And it ended
so
up being
close
a
to
bad
him.
grenade.
I don't remember. The first kill in the entire game, was that a grenade? Or did I
No,
shoot
that
someone?
was me getting picked off by you.
Right.
When I was changing formation.
One thing
Because
I
we
was...
did not practice that.
Yeah, we practiced rotating, like, for me, backing up Crystal and West Alley. I guess this was only on the north spawn?
It was
the south
actually on
spawn,
both.
the south corridors. I would practice rotating back through the south corridors around to the east alley without showing myself to main, and then moving up that way. That was, Afro would like that plan. I was kind of hoping though that we'd change up the classes. I really wanted to go support. I've been playing it more on the public service recently, and I find it quite aggressive, especially in that situation. You know, support's kind of slow moving, but when you throw a grenade, like a smoke grenade, up to the kind of party zone where the truck is and the motorcycles, that could ruin the defensive team because they're going to have to retreat.
It's always really delightful to see people play aggressive support because it is just one of the... If you can do it right, if your smoke placements are good and you can move up through a map unhindered, you can cause some serious damage. In Force's match against Fury, who was playing an aggressive support, Fury did really well.
Yeah.
He was really pressuring Dr. Michael.
Actually, Fury, I played him in like one of the first 3v3 tournaments. I think it was one of Agile's. You played him and two other Russian players playing support on tarmac, and they it was I think you haven't even been playing back then, Snella. It was Nico, Russ, and someone else, and they always like a fence rush, and we just couldn't find an answer back then because if you nade, if you nade and your nade misses, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not sure how much I want to say about it, but an offensive support was one of the offensive options I had planned should we not get the lead as we planned.
Was it Spader who was going to do that?
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to ask. Yeah.
Love it.
Actually,
you had been
we
doing it a
practiced
lot in pub.
against that, but not against the other stuff.
I used to hate support, but now I think it's super fun.
Yeah.
It's good to see. Like my favorite player at the moment is Kinetic with the support shotgun. It's just so good to see, and it's so funny. He can be a real dead shot with it sometimes, and it's nice because you get NeoTokyo dominated by recons and assaults, and you just occasionally want that one support who can really dominate an area.
Well, I'm glad you got to talk about what you like here, Snowway. No, I'm just kidding. Anything else you want to ask?
I think that's it. people are still watching on the stream, but this will all be saved onto YouTube anyway. Sorry for any kind of slow refereeing and organising. It was just me and Agil today.
No, you did really
No
well.
idea
You did really
where-
well without Producer and Rain.
Yeah.
No idea where them two are, so
Producer's moving at the moment. She
Yeah.
can't have access to the internet.
I
Rain's
think
probably
Rain-
passed out in the ditch.
Brain's passed out somewhere.
Too much of his. What is the Finnish alcoholic drink?
Well,
I
he was
can't
just
remember.
drinking vodka last night.
Me too, probably.
So yeah, hopefully Rain will not wake up in a panic thinking, oh god, I've got to do things today. We just need the footage on the Twitch channel saved to YouTube, and that's it.
Yeah, Jen, make sure your team sends the replays to Rain.
Yeah, what is Rain remake?
You shouldn't say it here, but we got it. I can send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we just gonna pub on from now on? I think we'll close the stream out and then Cat a Day will continue. I need to get
There's a
something to
little
eat.
link of Meanwhile in Finland.
Alright, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go straight away because I am so hungry. It's 10 o'clock
He
now.
dreams about Swedish blondes.
Yeah.
And then he dreams. What's it? Kosu? Is that the alcohol?
Oh, yeah.
Kossu. What is that?
Yeah, Kosu.
Is it good?
I've never had it.
Oh, what?
I'm not Finnish. You should ask Rain. Anyways, thanks guys for listening in. I'm gonna help Snarler finish this up.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
Kickoff's match is scheduled for tomorrow. Be sure to tune in.
Yep.
That's all, folks.
good night.
See you next
Cheers.
time.
Yeah.